Oh. 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 Oh.
Alrighty, I believe that means it's time to get the show freaking going. I didn't even set my camera up to hit you with the one. All right, yeah, that's good enough. Oh, we can flip the light on. All right, all right. And then we can hit them with the. Oh shit. Dan's gonna get that mouse all set up, so he ready to tittity tap up in the live chat where all the truther tribers are filing in. You know, they're like getting into their seats right now. You know, maybe it's in the car, maybe it's in front of the TV, maybe it's on the porcelain throne. But the people are getting in here to the live chat. It appears the tablet app has updated. And now I don't know how to get to my damn live thingy. Okay, here we are. All right. If you're in the live chat, let us know. Is the video coming in good? Is the audio all right? And we can get things moving. Yeah, do you need a mouse? No mouse it. What does everybody think about the crazy Supreme Court saying that Election Day doesn't matter? That one's ridiculous. We're going to get into that one. Trump's going to bully the gas prices. Like, maybe this didn't work, that didn't work. So now he's just going to call them out. So that is a thing going on as well.
Yeah. Exactly. You can do something now?
But yeah, we don't have our Wilkinson in chat, but I suppose we can just get the boat show afloat in here because we can welcome you back to the Truther Cast, home of the Truther Cast. We are here to take your truth order. Thank you so very much for stopping on in here, folks. If you are not familiar with the show, make sure to check out the website, truthercast.com. It's got more information on there because it's just about us two guys out here trying not to be doomers and the gloomers. and trying to bring you some of the informational tidbits that are off the beaten path that the mainstream, lamestream media didn't cover. And, maybe like, explaining some of the conspiracy theories going around about how possibly Tulsi Gabbard and Joe Kent dropping out of the Trump admin could possibly be a high-level play to essentially split MAGA into two separate parts. So instead of a two-party Democrat-Republican system, maybe it's like a two-party MAGA and MAGA light system. Hey, that might work, right? But, we're going to be getting into that pretty soon, so make sure to hang out here. And if you haven't already, hit that join button, the red join button down below. That'll bring you over to our locals community, semi-private place where you can hang out with us for free. If you would like to comment or post, you can, go ahead and hit up the Truther Tribes Primo Squad. You can sign up. It's just a couple bucks, but check that one out. And you can join us in there throughout the week where I post all about this informational, alternate news, the independent journalists, the citizen journalists. But you could chime in too if you like, So we'll be going over all of those here in just a moment. But, if you want to help keep lights on, check out the description box down below. You got a computer, signup.toleratetech.com. You got a business, that's scalartoolbox.com. But Mr. Dan just loves saving money, bro.
Yeah, that's my thing because I got a big nose and I'm supposed to be Jewish. Share the show. Avoid being a hoe. You hoey heathens.
How do you say hoe in Jewish?
Goim. Yeah, don't avoid being a goim and share the show, you goims.
That was instant. That was good.
Yep.
Yeah, that one ready to go.
Pretty much.
We call them all goyams. We don't need other words. We've just one word. You group them all together.
I mean, each race has its one word for certain types of people that you're not supposed to say outside your race. So, is what it is.
Yeah, bro. I used to think that Asians were the most racist people, but maybe it is Jewish people because they what I don't know. We don't have are there other races that have a word that's like not us? Like anything not us. Isn't it usually like?
I mean, there's
one for a certain race.
Sometimes it's one term or multiple terms. It depends on the race.
They got one term, bro. Just
certain
boom,
races
done.
have one term for themselves, and then that's only for themselves. That's just stingy, if you ask me.
Yeah, I know, right? You got to spread it around, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we can go on and get into it here. It's probably broken because it's more fun when it's broken and it's silly. So we'll fix it. And then we'll scroll on down here. But yeah, man, the bad news is that SCOTUS has completely betrayed America. And you know whose tipping hand did it? Amy Coney Barrett.
That's too bad.
Right. It's like even a Trump appointee was usually on our kind of, on our side of, Americans, and seems she's gone off the boat. And then Tim here was, hypothesizing perhaps she did that on purpose because she's like actually starting to get like worried about, people coming after her if she is too American. Because the liberals kind of like threatening people with their life. And
well,
stuff
if that's
like
the
that,
case,
yada,
you should have stayed home and never applied, bitch.
No, right, bro.
You ain't got the balls to do it. Let the man do it.
No, right, dude. So,
oops, did I say that out loud?
I can't remember where it is, so we might need to jump around. But he had the whole breakdown of what her argument was, and it's like brain dead, bro. It's literally like the clickbait title. It's like election day just doesn't matter, bro. She said something about you could vote 20 years in advance and it still counts. And you're like, what?
How do you know who was going to run 20 years in advance?
Like, wait, what? Yeah, it was some weird thing, bro.
Today, the Supreme Court issued a devastating defeat for the Republicans, and dare I say for this country, by ruling that votes can be counted after Election Day, which defies the definition of day. It actually defies the Cambridge definition of the word election, and it flies in the face of the law set forth by Congress specifically because of issues that were affecting this country pre-Civil War, which some...
Yeah, bro, like we were really counting on them to stick to the concept of the Constitution saying there's an election day. That means there's a day. Like there's an election day.
I mean, we, at least as the people, can agree on there's like a day that we have the election.
But right, the argument, I guess, is like, yeah, no, of course, it's election day when everybody votes. No, you're just saying that they could have mail-in voted like 2 days ahead, and then the mail doesn't get there till 5 days after. So nothing what you're arguing is still election day.
I mean, either...
like that's their argument, you know, like yeah, the day that election is, and everybody can just vote willy-nilly. You're not explaining it, like you're not even like arguing, like
yeah, the whole 20 years beforehand would make zero sense,
right?
Belief may actually have contributed to the Civil War. That is, if we don't trust the elections that are happening in this country, why would we trust the government itself?
Yeah,
likely would have won. Or at least it would have been a very thin majority for Democrats, dramatically different to what we saw. I believe right now we are looking at don't worry, we'll still keep taking votes after the fact this day. So what does it even mean to have an election? Thing I have ever seen. Suffice it to say, my friends, I did not expect this. I actually argued and believed at bare minimum, the Supreme Court would rule you can have your mail-in votes, you can have your absentee votes. Just when the day is over, the election has concluded.
Yeah, right.
And indeed, they went the complete other direction, that ballots can be received when the election is done. That's it. The election's over. Don't worry, we'll still keep taking votes after the fact, which makes no sense. I'll give you some of the writing. Now, what's shocking to me in this argument written by Amy Coney Barrett, there's no actual argument. I'm sorry, but there's literally no actual argument. Amy Coney Barrett incorrectly states Congress did not set a deadline for receipt, but they did. It says the day for the election. I would put it like this. This is rules lawyering to the most extreme degree. If you go to the founding fathers and say, you think the election day should happen at some point in November, and then, you know, at the time, the founding of this country, the actual swearing into the president would be in March, not in January.
Yeah.
Do you believe that everyone can cast their vote and then the states will just decide when they can take the votes randomly? They'd say, no, everybody comes out on a day, they go and vote. Indeed. How is it an election? It's I got to say this.
Yeah, bro, it's like brain dead, because then like you could have some states that are like, oh yeah, we'll take it like 3 weeks later. Some would be like, California will be like, oh, we do like 2 months. And so then you have to like wait for all of those states to complete their choice of allowance of election voting. Like that's brain dead.
Yeah, no, that sounds more like trying to back the team that needs more time to send in more votes to eventually beat the other team.
Right.
Oh, no, don't worry. In 4 years, we'll have enough votes to beat your opponent. That's, once all the mail-in votes get in, so it didn't matter if you're voting 20 years in advance.
But it's 4 years. It's time for a new, fresh election.
Oh, but we're still figuring out the old one from 2 decades ago.
So no.
Yeah, it makes zero sense.
Barrett's argument is that you can cast your ballot 20 years in advance and it can be counted 20 years later. Now, of course, functionally, that would make no sense, but that's literally what her argument is. Let me read a bit here from the syllabus.
You totally know who's going to be running 20 years in advance.
Yeah, like, what does she mean?
I mean, you can write in anybody for whatever election, but that's just asinine.
You're right. And I think he is paraphrasing by saying it that way, but like what she says is meaning that basically, which is like pretty brain.
It says the federal election day statute set the day for the election of the representatives, senators, and the president on a Tuesday in November. Mississippi permits certain residents, such as college students away from home and senior citizens, to vote in federal elections by absentee ballot. Mississippi is one of roughly 30 states that count at least some absentee ballots mailed by Election Day but received afterward. Absentee voters in Mississippi may dispatch their ballots by mail or common carrier, and all absentee ballots must be postmarked on or before that date of the election and received by the registrar no more than 5 business days after the election. Now, this is pertaining to Mississippi. And perhaps the real issue is that you'll have to file a lawsuit in California where this is not the rule. In California, in fact, they don't need to be postmarked at all. In fact, they can be hand dated.
Yeah, which is
and if they are received after Election Day, you require 2 independent.
So yeah, if you want to watch the whole Tim Pool video, make sure to follow him on YouTube, man. It's real good. He gives you the whole breakdown, but that's the quick, TLDR, nuts and bolts of it, bro. Like, absolutely a blow. Because I was definitely betting that they were going to be like, yep, says Election Day. Sure, mail-in thingies, that's totally fine, whatever. There's certain circumstances, but shit's got to be in by the day, and the day is the day that we count it, and after that day, there's no more counting.
Yeah, all I know is there's due date. I can't pay my credit card payment past the due date, and they just go, oh, yeah, you meant to pay it like 20 days ago. That's fine. We understand.
Yeah. That's an easy argument, right?
Yeah, the hell.
Like, oh, no, it was postmarked, but like...
I mean, if it was postmarked, that's also a different thing, but who's postmarking something 20 years in advance? I don't even think you can do that.
Yeah.
I don't think that would actually work out.
I'm going to put this in the mail, but don't send it until the day I wrote on it.
Yeah, we probably won't even be sending pieces of paper in envelopes in 20 years.
At this point, yeah.
So they're
a great example of how things will change in a 20-year period of time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's very strange, man. Very, very strange. So hopefully there's some kind of an appeal thingy. Like, I don't know. Like, usually the Supreme Court's supposed to be like a one and done thing, so they're not wasting their time on the same ish.
Yeah. Maybe
we're getting another one by tomorrow morning too. Another like big Supreme Court decision.
Well, hopefully they weren't doing like lines of talcum powder or something that made them just absolutely,
right, man,
darted. If you can catch what I'm saying. What made them absolutely flip their logic brain upside down?
Yeah, it was just Amy Coney Barrett was the one over the line because it was 5-4.
Yeah, either there's got to be some pressure or just went, as Tropic Thunder would say, they went full.
Yeah, never go full retard. Never go full retard.
Yep.
I do believe that's also what they said tonight on the Tim Cash show when they were talking about it. So,
yeah.
Don't go full.
Looks like we're not the only ones in this side of the pool. That's good.
Yeah.
Because we're not just whacktards.
Hey, Wilkinsane made it into the live chat. Welcome. How are you doing today? What do you think about the Supreme Court saying that there's no such thing as Election Day and you could just like mail in ballots, willy-nilly 5, 10, 20 years ahead or after? Super bummer. Next up for you is just a little entertaining one because we've got Eric Trump saying straight to Cuomo's face what we all scream at the television when we watch the mainstream news.
Oh boy.
So Dan, what do you think about Donald Trump weaponizing the judicial system and the government against his opponents? I wonder if it's how Mr. Eric Trump responded to Cuomo asking about that.
Do you think that it is fair to say it looks like the administration is going after its political opponents now and doing exactly what you say you oppose?
That's what, Comey? Because I mean, it seemed very clear to me in the congressional testimony. I don't know, just watching it, I certainly seemed like he lied to me. I mean, I'm also wondering what an FBI director is doing, taking memos.
You haven't heard yet. I think it's like later because it was earlier in the week. Comey has fully admitted guilty. He has been completely convicted of mishandling the classified information in line. Or no, Bolton, John Bolton. Comey we're still going after for the 86, 47 thing, I think.
Oh, okay, John Bolton.
Yeah, John Bolton.
At first, I was thinking
Not the musician.
Michael Bolton.
Was from the FBI and leaking them to the New York Times. I mean, Chris, I'm a guy that hopes that the FBI director would be keeping planes from flying into buildings, keeping our country safe, keeping the Western way of life safe. Instead, this guy is, communicating every single day with the New York Times. I mean, I'd hope a lot better, but I find it so ironic that you're literally one that's pushing back on the weaponization of government when the very same people that were coming after us, went after your brother, like hounds. I mean, they did everything they could to destroy his governorship. They did everything they could to destroy his life. They did everything they could to destroy you. I sat in that same seat. The only difference is my last name wasn't Cuomo. My last name was Trump. They were trying to destroy my father. And by doing that, they were trying to destroy me, and they were trying to destroy the Trump organization.
Eric Trump is actually the most indicted man in all of American history, I believe. I don't know if there's a new person yet, but as of a few years ago, he was.
Trying to take all our assets and strip our name off of every building in New York City. You've been on the receiving end of the very same people that I've been on the receiving end of. And so to play coy with me as if this isn't happening in the United States of America just seems ironic and foolish given what you've been through more so than anybody.
Hold on a second. What did you just say that you think I'm doing? I'm asking you questions about whether or not if something is wrong, it is also wrong to do the same thing when you get back in power, which certainly happened the first time the administration came in. You went right after Biden, and I don't mean you weren't part of the administration. I'll get to you in a second in terms of what's going on right now. But if you think I'm playing coy, you don't know me as well as you should.
Chris,
I'm not playing
Chris,
coy. I know what happened to me,
Chris,
Eric. I'm saying
Chris,
that
and it was
what is
horrible
happening now looks like what was done to you. That's why I'm asking the question.
Did we raid Biden's home? Did we try and bankrupt Biden? Did they come after us? Did we weaponize every AG and DA, against Biden? Do we do that against Hunter Biden, who had a laptop from hell, pictures of cocaine, illicit drug use, prostitution? Did we do that? Did we make up a dirty dossier about Biden? Did they try and destroy Biden's marriage? Was any of that true? I mean, did we make up stories that Biden had secret servers in the basement of his home communicating with the Kremlin in Russia? Did we strip Biden off the ballot of multiple states? Did we take Biden off of Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and try and silence his voice so he couldn't communicate? Did we put Biden in a courtroom every single day? 91 felony counts that have all been overturned for my father now, right? For nonsense, to try and keep him off of a campaign trail and to try and destroy his life. Do we do any
you
of
better
that?
do a real good.
Do you think
Better be do
That was dope, bro.
a real
11.
deep one of them, man.
Right
You
off the
better just
dome.
keep on doing that. Keep thinking, because you ain't got shit.
I want to know what he said to
thought
that.
you could bark up that tree. You ding dong. You went full retard, Cuomo.
Look at the face right there.
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah. Oh, why did I even bother? Oh, man. I thought for a second I had some leverage. No. Yeah. You think you do in the slightest bit of time where they have you convinced that their side is for the better and what you're doing makes any sense. But no, you're just swindled into the program of bullshit.
you
Shoveling bullshit. And then you're getting it in your mouth, every other shovel too, some remnants of it. And you aren't doing shit but just keep taking it down because that's the only way you're surviving. It's sad. You sick, pathetic, weak backbone pieces of crap.
I know, right, bro? And then if you were like a steel man for the Cuomo, well, it is a talk show thing, so maybe he was saying, oh, what the other side is saying, so let me get you riled, But
hey, he had all
But that
control
is
of
like-
that narration, and he done fafoed.
and then if you don't believe that and you think he was just kind of dumb and just kind of trying to maybe he didn't think that Eric Trump was a smart guy that would fire back because
There's no way he's gonna
popped off
fire
11
back when
examples,
he
bro.
knows all these people are watching this channel. No, you dingus. That's exactly why he's definitely gonna fire back because it's mainstream, and we take every opportunity to bury your bullshit in the mainstream.
100%.
What
bro.
a dingus, dude.
Yeah, dude. He just listed off 11 examples of
Oh,
things
he
that
deserves
Joe
all,
Biden did that Trump's not doing.
He deserves all of the consequences that he has coming.
Yeah, bro.
Man.
That was a good one, but
That's-
I thought that was good because that's exactly what I like screaming at the TV if I like happen to accidentally see a mainstream clip.
Man, Cuomo, big old fail. Yeah, you swung and you missed.
Well, he's a little in the middle, so maybe he's trying to set him up, give him a good rant. I sure got a good clip, like we can like.
Looking at his face, that was not what that was supposed to be.
Yeah, that caught that one. That one at the end was a little like a glim look, right?
Yeah.
Who was the last president that just decided, you know what? I tried to lower the gas prices by fixing the war thingy, and the oil went down, but they're still not dropping the gas prices. So I'm just going to start calling them out on national television.
So it's ExxonMobil, it's Chevron, it's Shell, it's BP, it's a lot of them. The gasoline or the oil prices have come down so much, and we are not seeing anything at the pump by comparison to what it should be. We should be, in my opinion, at $2.25 right now at the pump, and we're higher than that. And we are doing a big investigation on it. Yeah, they're not reducing the prices commensurate with what's happening. Look, we are sending out. Think of it. Now,
Oh, he's got the box out. Okay. Okay, hold on. Now think about this. Okay, he's got the box. Okay.
19 million barrels came out yesterday.
Okay, 19 million are in the box.
Box has
Okay.
went from big box to small box to big box to small box.
But there's 19 million barrels
The
in
box is currently cooking.
Yeah.
That is a flood. That's like a gusher. That's an oil gusher. And they should be much
Loved that candy when I was a kid.
lower. The gasoline prices, which really is what people see more than anything else, but for their car. But the gasoline prices should be much lower at the pump. And the oil companies are possibly gouging. I hope they're not, otherwise they're going to be in big trouble. They're going to be in big trouble. We're not going to play games.
Mr. President, you smell
He said, we ain't gonna play games, bruh. Dude, I am so sad that before I croak in another like 40, 50 years, that I will never have another president I'm this excited about because his tweets go way harder, bro. His posts are so that was like his nice TV version. And then the post right here, if you're just like listening, he goes, gasoline retailers must get their prices down immediately. They're too high considering that oil is now down to $68 a barrel. Some people say 65. And heading south, the retailers must quickly react to this statement and do what they know is right. Drop your price for our great American people. There will be no gouging, which is totally illegal. It's very illegal, actually. I was talking to the DOJ. Super illegal. If retailers don't do this, big problems lie ahead. Start targeting around $2.50, maybe. That's even more than I think it should be. I said $2.25 on the TV, but I'll give you $2.50 a gallon, okay? California should stop charging such heavy taxes on their gasoline. What about Illinois? Illinois is the worst, bro. Come get Illinois, man.
There's at least, I believe, it's 63 cents per gallon that we pay as a tax.
Yeah. We pulled that up, right? Yeah. Soon the tax will be higher than the product itself. United States will not stand for it, nor will the people of California who are being abused by these ridiculous taxes. I didn't find a good one because it's like, speculation talk, but something to keep on the radar is they might actually find some charges on Newsom and his wife, bro.
Oh, finally.
There's
almost
some,
like if you actually dig a little bit, you find a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah, there's some, hey, if you donated to a charity, you should donate to my wife's charity. And then they donate to the charity, say $3 million. And then it's really interesting that like a few months later, that company will get a state Californian government contract for about $2.9 million, like something very close to like what they donated,
Yeah, that's a smart small amount of money.
which is a little bit of how the way of the world works. But
There's no way you can
sometimes
smidge a little
it's
off the
illegal.
top of $3 million.
Yeah, but it's like you know what, the quid pro quo, the shit that they were all, you know, freaking out about
Yeah.
when Biden was admin, right? Quid pro quos, trying to say Trump was doing quid pro quos.
Yeah,
Quid
it's
pro
always
quos.
the tea kettle calling the
Kettle?
pot calling the kettle
Pot.
black.
Pot kettle black, yeah.
Yeah.
You can't call it black anymore, dog. It's like the pot
Racist.
calling the kettle African American or something like.
Man, I feel like it's just way simpler to just keep it black.
Speaking of African Americans, Lizzo might be totally cooked.
I mean, she's definitely,
Dropped a lot of weight.
I was gonna say done some cooking, but then I was like, you know, probably didn't even do the cooking, just the buying.
Nah, it was a writer.
Just the eating and the buying, not even the cooking.
Somebody wrote all their music, I guarantee it.
Oh, that's not what I was talking about cooking.
Bet. Cooking food, cooking pancakes,
Yeah.
cooking chicken.
Making pancakes,
This is pretty interesting conspiracy theory, in my humble opinion. Centralized around the deep state bad guy United States government popularizing rap hip hop music as usual could just be a coincidence. Okay, could be a coincidence. But did anybody notice that ever since they shut down USAID, all of a sudden, it was now the first time, or since they shut down USAID, it was now just recent released Billboard top charts, the first time that a hip hop song was not in, I think, the top 10.
Wow.
I forget what top number it was.
I wonder what was top 10 then.
So the conspiracy theory is that USAID doesn't have the money to fake prop up these hip hop artists to promote the degeneracy of hip hop music.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, they were invested there too, huh?
Right. Because a lot of people feel like rock and roll just all of a sudden disappeared and rap just took over. Now, sure, more people started liking rap, but we all know that the execs actually make the decisions at the top, right?
Most of the time.
And we know that the deep
they
state
have some
operatives
influence.
nudge the execs, right? Most of the time.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
answer. I gotta feel.
Yeah, a nudge. Just a little nudge.
Not always, but
Generally.
I want to jump to the story. This is
some
important. Some Rolling Stone. Lizzo's new album didn't even chart what happened. It sold just 2,650 copies. I have a conspiracy theory for you.
so like maybe she's just falling off, right? Like maybe, you know, it's not that crazy. Top 40. Okay, a rap song was not in the Billboard top 40 for the first time since 1990. 26 years. That's super interesting. Maybe it's just shifting.
That's 36 years, 1990.
Yeah, 36. Holy crap.
Yeah, almost 40 years.
Yeah, that's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, that's super interesting, man. And then
We're in a shift.
right. So maybe it's coinky dink and we're making up funny conspiracy theories, but I find that one to be probably likely, right? Because I definitely feel like we all know and believe that the United States government, black ops, deep state bad guys were funding the Iran-Contra war, and then they were doing it with drugs, and then they kind of like, you know, push crack cocaine on the African-American community, and then, you know, maybe nudged, you know, the like heavy drug usage back in the like 80s or something like that.
Yeah.
Pretty well documented at this point.
Yeah, just a little nudgy nudge.
Pretty well documented with, you know,
Just
Freeway,
a little-
Ricky Ross, and
Just
all
a little
that.
crack.
Yeah.
Just a little crack, Kenny.
Ain't never heard nobody, man. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Rap has
They-
been on the decline for a while, man. Even us, like, you know, old millennials, right? Wilkinson have been like, you know, well, dubstep's really cool because now the rap sucks, you know? And then electronic music. Then, dude, you know the cool thing about dubstep? You can just take any old dope song that you used to like, but you got bored of, and you can redo it in like 5, maybe 10 different dubstep ways. And you're like, this slaps, bro.
Like, all right, now the song's back to good. Yeah.
Like a refresher.
Got a drop right here where I always thought I could totally use a drop for whatever reason.
Yeah. Well, Wilkinson found a real good one that's doing like old rock songs. But like, I'm pretty sure like over the years, somebody's had to have dubstep rock songs, but maybe it was just lazy. But the channel she found, bro, like the artists, they are bangers. It's like, you know, freaking AC/DC and like freaking old classic rockers, right? And they'll just remix them like dubsteppy. And it's like, bruh, this was the right way to do it. It's the right blend, you know, of like original song, but with some wubs or something.
Yeah, crazy.
And it's
Crazy
like,
Train. Crazy Train's got a pretty good EDM edit.
Right, bro, right. And I wonder, because I was like, man, I can't think of any others, but there was a few on there that were bangers. But I don't know, man. What do you guys think in the chat, man? Conspiracy theory or coinky dink, man? First time in 36 years, no rap song on the top 40. Do you think the deep state's all behind it, just trying to promote degeneracy and separate and ruin the classes of America? Or is rap just suck and it's just time for it to fall off? You know what was there in its place? Like category?
Alternative?
Nope. One more?
Hip hop.
Country.
Really?
No, we just said hip hop wasn't in the top 40.
Yeah.
Or I guess, I don't know if they're separate. Yeah. Rap or hip hop? Yeah. But country, I think, is what he was saying. The country's swinging up. So is the patriotism. Interesting.
The song is just like real country, not this sad lost my girlfriend country crap.
That was what always turned me off on country, bro. But the new country's way better.
Yeah,
like rap country.
Yeah. Jelly Roll's version of some country stuff. That's good. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I like some of the MAGA patriot like country rap.
Yeah, no sad country bull crap.
Yeah, bro.
Only uppity country.
Yeah. I could never get into that sad story country stuff. I would agree. Those numbers are coincidental, right, Wilkinson? I would agree. Very, very interesting. This one got some slap back when I posted it in a couple Facebook groups. I probably could tell you what the truther subscribers are going to, what side they're going to pick. But this one came across the feed. I thought it was interesting. What if you had less of a chance of getting skin cancer from the sun than you did from using sunscreen?
Yeah, that's how I have always felt, Ben.
Me too. So this is a little bit confirmation bias. So I'm like, I told you.
No, really. A company was probably just trying to sell a garbage chemical that was they had to throw away, and they repurposed it and found out it could maybe be like a skin protectant from UV. And then they're like,
where did you come up with
just
that?
Throw it in there.
I've heard that before. Where did you come up with that idea?
Well, because like companies hate just pissing products down the pipes, generally because they used to do it a lot, and then this guy named RFK Jr. sued him into oblivion for dumping those chemicals into the Hudson. So companies found out when you dump things where you're not supposed to, you might actually get sued because somebody finally actually sued them. And that's where I get.
So what you're telling me is, instead of poisoning the earth, they decided to just poison us. The big one I was getting at was vegetable oil. That's the alleged story. Is vegetable oil was like an oil waste runoff product, and then they turned it into vegetable oil.
Is the earth doesn't have a wallet to pay them money.
Well, gold mine, but yeah, sure. I feel
that's work.
I feel
Us worker bee already has money in pocket.
Way easier to just take out of a pocket.
Yeah.
We already mined the gold.
Yeah.
But the single largest sunscreen cancer study ever conducted found that sunscreen users face dramatically higher risk of every major skin cancer. So the people in the Facebook chat were claiming that this is fake news. They said, "Oh no, that's total BS," and I was like, "Man, you must not be healthy, woo woo maha kind of people," because I've always been anti sunscreen since I got older. Like when I was a kid, I just put it on like whatever. That's what you do.
I mean,
mommy taught me to put it on.
I've burned many times growing up, and so far, I am fine.
Well, some people are always different too, right? Like my stepdad's had a couple little cancer skin cell scares, so now he's like mole person, and he like won't go out in the sun because the doctor scared him, dude. And it pisses me off. It pisses me and the mom off.
And more like if y'all realize how often cancer actually comes into your life and then regresses and you don't even know it, it's just an abnormality in your cellular structure, which is by definition what a pimple is.
Yeah, no shit.
So,
right? Yeah,
you know,
that's interesting.
It's just a little different than a pimple. Huh?
My girl keeps trying to get me to go to the freaking doctor, and I'm like, nah, bro, because he gonna find something to be like, oh, I don't know about this.
I mean, the only way to really combat it is if you ask Andy, personal excellence. Just being healthy and being fit. Just getting your exercise, eating some decent stuff every once in a while. You don't have to eat healthy every single day. It's life. You got to enjoy it.
Well, we are going to have to take advantage of that new July 1776 dollar meal from Steak and Shake.
Oh, heck yeah.
Because I saw that.
I'm going to take advantage of like today. 6 of them.
It's a $17.76 meal. That's awesome. I'm in for it.
Yeah, no.
We gotta hit the Steak and Shake. I heard somebody hit the Steak and Shake after our ad last week.
Yeah, it sure did. Me, I got myself.
Bro, this dude sends me a picture of the bag like the next day, and I was like, "Dang, bro, that Steak and Shake ad was good, huh?"
And that was midday. And then later in the evening, he gets another one of another bag of Steak and Shake.
Bro, you were cracking me up. I said, dude.
I was hungry.
Yeah, man.
And it slapped the first time.
Bro, we got to get sponsored by Steak and Shake, dog. That shit worked on you, man.
Man, I wish.
And you did the ad. Like, you were like, dang, that sounded, I'm convincing.
I was like, here I am. I don't know how many other people end up in the drive-thru, but I sure am. Woohoo! But it was damn worth it.
That was great.
Dude, those fries didn't even make it to the next destination because I'll grab the drive-thru and I get to somewhere where I can eat it. Yeah, they didn't even make it to the parking spot.
They cool down so fast, man. You got to pound them. So let us know in the live chat or the comments down below. Did you eat Steak and Shake last week because you heard us talking about it on the show? If not, definitely eat it this week. On and treat yourself.
Yep, it's not that bad. That $4 meal deal. There's no drink, but that's all right because you don't need soda anyway.
Yeah,
so it's unhealthy.
Anyway.
Just show up with the water.
Cool. They made a deal without a drink.
Yeah.
That's dope.
$4. It's a single patty burger of whatever. I don't know about whatever, but like pretty much all the choices. Garlic. You know, the original, like the Western, I think, is on there too. Whatever single patty burger, and then the regular size fry.
Dude, that's good.
$4.
Yeah, quick little meal. You don't got to get too fat.
Yeah. No, it's a good little snack too.
That's how Dan stays slim.
No, that's because hopefully not a tapeworm, but that's what my dad.
We would have found out by now. You would have had more side effects.
Yeah, I would think I definitely would have found the tapeworm by now, and there's been no signs of tapeworm.
It's like an alien tapeworm.
Just metabolism.
And so it's why you're skinny and why you're retarded. And we didn't know the whole time.
I'm hosting a whole different new special species of worm.
You know, like whenever it's you're the most important thing in the whole world. Something crazy is got to
like sole host to one single different type of alien.
Right.
That's introduced itself to this planet, and we have no idea.
Or maybe not like alien, but like maybe it's like some like, you know, like hung around for like centuries, one of the last leftover parasites of Earth. I mean, so it's like foreign to us, but like
a lot of people don't know alien. The word alien is in the Bible too. The Bible even talks about aliens.
Yeah, right.
The alien just means somebody not from your home place.
Yeah, group or something.
Your home geological location on the planet.
I believe David was an alien.
Yeah, do some things.
So in this largest sunscreen cancer study ever conducted, they found
skin cancer.
invasive melanoma went up 290% in the cohort that had sunscreen. They found that melanoma in what is in situ, in situ, went up 258%. Basal cell carcinoma, 140%. Squamous cell carcinoma went up 126%. So very, very interesting. There's Matt Gaetz doing his thing. I haven't heard about that guy forever. He must have actually done something naughty, bro, because that dude went quiet.
Well, there was wasn't it the allegations of some underage girl or something?
And he was like, nah, bro, I didn't do none of that, but I'm totally not going to take that position in the president's admin, and I'm just going to do this little show and keep my mouth shut.
I mean, with how he knows they like to smear, wasn't that
well, it's
bad
tricky,
of an
right?
idea.
Because that doesn't mean he's guilty of it, but it does mean that another iffy good one got scared out of it because he didn't want to deal with all the BS.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 10 o'clock.
Or maybe he actually did do whatever alleged thing.
Could be. But I'd like to believe that it was more like, his wife and kids and something. He didn't want to put them through more scrutiny, something.
Either way, you gotta play the game.
Ridiculous. But yeah, this post was from our good friend Nicholas Holscher, MPH on the X. You should definitely be following him there if you like the alternate, independent doctor journalist kind of informational tidbits. Because this guy is working at the McCullough Foundation, the man who invented mRNA, the man who got fired over mRNA, and the man who got censored on all mainstream platforms for saying the COVID vaccine was not ready for human consumption. So definitely check out Mr. Nicholas Holscher. But what do you guys think about the sunscreen, man? You guys pro sunscreen? Crowley, how about you? Do you believe in sunscreen, or do you think it gives you cancer? He's got to believe in sunscreen, right? And that's why he's an idiot.
Possibly.
Like it went right to his like brain stem.
They call it sunscreen brain.
Like rotted it away, and then he was like, Trump.
My neurons can't communicate. There's too much sunscreen cream in between.
Liners coming off. Trump's weaponizing the government against all the good guys.
That's exactly how I picture they sleep.
I know, right? It's like the fat troll in South Park was what I was envisioning.
That's a good one, yeah.
And he's just like putting steak and shake in his mouth.
Hey, no, don't put steak and shake.
Oh no, wait, he's
in that
doing McDonald's.
situation.
Steak and shake's too healthy for him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's doing. Wait, no, Daddy Trump likes McDonald's. Shit. What's a shitty one, man? Burger King? They always kind of been cool though.
No.
Taco Bell.
No,
sucks, bro. They're trash.
Don't you do that.
Food is so not good for you, bro.
Oh, it's better than McDonald's for sure. Absolutely.
They don't got teeth in it.
What are you talking about?
You ain't seen those videos of people allegedly finding
Teeth in which
pieces
one?
of stuff in the McDonald's food?
Oh, the McDonald's. Yeah, that's the possible humans in the meat. Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
There's some people that were talking about that a year or two ago.
I just don't like that Bill Gates is the only sole mother effer that sells potatoes to McDonald's.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, we maybe someone can fact check that one, but I do believe that he has a monopoly on the certain type of long potato that McDonald's only uses for their French fries. So they have nice long uniform cut fries. And then they are a weird thing to grow, so you have to murder them with pesticides so bad that the farmers can't go back into the field for 3 to 5 days. And when you harvest, they have to leave it in a giant pole barn
aerate,
thing
yeah.
to aerate for 2-4 weeks or some wacko. And it's and then I'm supposed to believe there ain't no more of that poison all up in that product?
Well, see, it doesn't matter, Scott. The name of the game is to eat enough, not 100% poison, and then detox enough of it out to survive at the end of the day.
Amen. That's why I do. That's why I say to my other like healthy friends, I'm like, we can't like dodge it all.
Yeah, you can't get away.
So you
from
gotta
all of it.
also pray to God for protection, and then do things that detox the body.
If you get away from all of it, then you also ironically get weak.
Yeah.
Your immune system against all those certain types of things, because it needs to be familiar with it, to be able to have an immune antibody ready for it.
That's why
Which
I'm
is
not.
kind of weird, and it's stupid. Like, why do I have to have it around so it like remembers? Why can't I just like know what it is and then pow, hit it when it comes in? I guess that's just how it is right now. Maybe it's interference with whatever they brought out of the last portal, at the last CERN meeting. Yeah.
Well, that's why I'm not worried about the ticks with the alpha gal that makes you allergic to red meat. I feel like I'd be fine because I'm just too stubborn.
Oh, right, yeah. That's what I think it is. All those people that aren't dying, it's literally just because they're too stubborn to die.
Generally, I believe that.
They just don't want to die.
I believe that.
I mean, manifestation's a damn thing.
My grandpa lived from a cancer that they 100% at the time told him he was goodbye, gone, dead. Tell everybody you love him.
And
He was a really tough son of a bitch, bro.
And then he decided to accidentally eat a dog dewormer, and all his problems were cured.
Yeah, right.
It's
right,
wild,
right.
those stories, man. But as
the
you
last part was chill, but
as
probably
you've learned on the Truthercast, we have found that MS has been linked to a certain parasite in the spinal fluid.
yeah. That's pretty wild, right?
Yeah. What do you know? Just more parasites.
Oh, the really hippie health people that are
bad
smart,
bugs.
they all believe that parasites are the core of almost all disease, bro.
I mean, almost all, I'd say. Yeah. I
Right?
wouldn't say all, but
You know,
unless they classify a virus as a parasite, but it's technically not.
Sure. Well, no, I would say it's technically is, because what's the definition of parasite? Like something that lives off a host but doesn't kill it so it can keep living.
Yeah.
Don't a virus do that?
No.
Because they adapt to not kill you. That's why COVID got less strong.
All they do is basically go into hibernation. They just go dormant.
No, they adapt. That's why like there's different versions or some ish, and then they're less harmful because they want to spread more and not kill the host. I think they are kind of similar, or like super similar to parasite.
Maybe some do that, but like shingles, that's the whole thing with
Sure,
shingles.
like that
It's in you, but it doesn't do anything until all of a
Right.
sudden one day
Right.
it just decides to for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Which we haven't been able to find out why, because there's got to be a reason. There's never not a reason.
No shit, right? Yeah.
There's
Because you ate
never,
Taco Bell.
there's never not. Yeah. Well, we know I don't have shingles because I would have had shingles bad as hell by now. I have T-Bell at least once a week, probably. That's how you keep the immune system strong. You gotta feed it that super great, healthy food.
As a show that is founded on the principles of 9/11 extremely likely being an inside job that was allowed to happen and potentially aided for towers to completely and fully collapse from a plane running into it. It's been a few weeks since I've mentioned 9/11, and I just wanted to quickly ask you, why didn't this building completely collapse to the ground?
Because there was like 3 floors less on top that totally needed to be there.
But Dan, when planes run into buildings, they just completely collapse on into themselves.
Crazy because it's like all glass.
It most likely wasn't built from the outside in with American-made steel, because I don't know if you knew that the windows were so narrow in the Twin Towers. If you ever went to the Twin Towers, you knew the windows were narrow because they built it from the outside in with steel beams from America. But yeah, apparently a plane crashed into Beijing's tallest skyscraper, a 109-story CITIC Tower in Chinazun in China. Americans are stunned on how it's still standing and are asking why it didn't collapse into its own footprint. Yeah,
Oh,
so
man.
I guess I guess not all buildings just completely collapse on in themselves if a plane runs into it.
Yeah, nope, sure don't. Unless it's the Twin Towers.
Yeah, this was a picture from those Israeli art students that just so happened to be in the exact floors that the planes hit in both buildings. Like, bruh. That's so strange.
Oddly coincidental.
Yeah, what is BB-18 explosive? That doesn't necessarily mean that. It's just some letters on a box. Sometimes them conspiracy theorists be reaching. Who's this guy? He's like the Shadow Man? What is this?
Probably the back of him, and he's just wearing all black for the most part.
In his head?
Yeah.
Shadow Man. Yeah, but if you're into 9/11 lore, you should definitely check out our 9/11 episodes from the last 2 years. I'm biased, but they were pretty good. Trolley
Fire.
is not telling us what the liberal hive mind download of last week was. Just coming in and saying nonsense as usual.
Yeah,
that's how a business works, Trolley. When you start a business, you see, let me explain this. When you start a business, at first, you just ask all of your friends and family to give you money for the business. And then eventually one day, you can help random customers. And then the friends and family come back for help and you go, damn, you really helped me out when I first started that business. Let me give you a deal on the services, you know? And then they go and tell more people, you get more people in, and then the business grows. You know, it's still an early business, Trolley, but I don't know, you wouldn't understand.
Nope.
Next up here for you, man. Secretary Rubio just brokered a historic framework peace agreement between Israel and Lebanon. Right in Washington, D.C. The deal is simple. Iran is out, Hezbollah out, Lebanese military moves in.
Bless Israel. May God bless Lebanon. May God bless the United States of America and all those who pursue peace. Thank you.
Broken video.
They've been breaking a lot of them lately.
Okay, here we go. Oh, cool. This is just them signing it. Cool. But why do we have anything to do with this? Because we rule the world. That's why.
Gotta have our nose and everything.
Yeah, bruh. That's so funny, bro. When I was younger, I was like, I didn't understand that. But now it's like,
God bless Israel.
makes sense.
May God bless Lebanon.
Hello.
May God bless the United States of America and all those.
So, cool, man. Making some peace deals. I didn't see that in any, like, mainstream feeds. Nobody talked about that one last week. Yeah, here's the one about John Bolton. John Bolton has pleaded guilty. I believe that's supposed to be pled, sir. Pleaded.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, that word was already past tense, homie.
They're doing what they can do.
He agreed to pay a $2.25 million fine. How much money did this guy got?
Apparently enough.
Faces up to 60 months in prison and will forfeit his pension. Sick burn. As Mr. Bolton just admitted, he put our national security at grave risk in violation of the law.
United States, Mr. Bolton had access to and was responsible for safeguarding the most sensitive national defense information, including classified material. Mr. Bolton knew how to handle classified information, where it should be stored, how it should be stored, and with whom he could share that information. He also knew the damage to national...
Was this the one that was in charge of the Mar-a-Lago raid? I get that mixed up, right? Uh-oh. New terms of service. Who was the deep the TDS patient that led the Mar-a-Lago raid. Pretty sure that was him. Because the whole point was he's charged and now pled guilty to mishandling confidential information, top secret information, right? And the irony was he's the one that led the going after Trump and then raided the Mar-a-Lago and shit, I thought. And it was U.S. Attorney General Merrick Garland, I guess. What did John Bolton do again? Live chat, remember? Trolley, I know you don't remember, right? Trolley doesn't remember much. He just talks nonsense.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He was fired by Trump in 2019. But a uno reverso for Donald Trump, nonetheless.
Uno reverse cards, sucker. Yeah, former.
Oh, yeah, this is
Baltimore.
Here's Benny's clip.
Any given moment. But I don't think he cared about the classification system. I don't think he appreciated the sensitivity of this information, and he didn't appreciate the sensitivity of how it was often acquired, the so-called sources and methods. So this had been briefed to him before I arrived. It was repeated frequently. I think it simply had no impact on him whatever.
There's a couple of different ways that people think about this, and people who are not friendly to the president who think about what's happened here. And one of them is, Donald Trump, master thief, criminal, running some kind of elaborate conspiracy to bring things out of the White House and keep them secret for potentially for political or financial gain. There are other people who his attitude is Trump is chaotic, he's careless, he's not that smart. He took these things almost by mistake, and now he's basically stamping his feet and saying they're mine. I don't want to give them up. Give me a sense of where you think the truth lies with respect to Trump's intelligence, carelessness, and the degree to which he might have brought motive to bear on taking these documents out of the White House and keeping them for this long at Mar-a-Lago.
Well, it's very hard to speculate on motive other than that he liked cool things. He saw things so he wanted to take them, and he was.
Yeah, you mean the information on Operation Hurricane or Fire Hurricane, whatever the hell that one was, where they were, illegally wiretapping him, before and after presidency.
Yeah, maybe. Slim chance.
Yeah, so this was just Benny pointing out that John Bolton was running his mouth about Trump, saying that he didn't take classification process seriously. But now John Bolton is the one who pled guilty to not taking classified process very seriously.
Shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
Good news, though, man, because that is maybe not like an arrest in jail, but that is like indictment. And, he's paying the $2 million fine. So that is a win in my book.
Wow. Finally a fine that's kind of a dent.
Yeah, right. That was a big one, right? Next up, man, we got President Trump reveals he has been waiting his whole life to take on the communist uprising. He says, the communists are finally making their move. I've been waiting and preparing for this for a long time. It's easy to be a communist. All you have to do is say, I'll give you everything. But that means you're taking it away from others. And then, that those people haven't really earned it. Over thousands of years, that ideology has not worked once. The game is on. Enjoy watching.
Endorsement of Zohran Mamdani means more than the endorsement of Hakeem Jeffries.
Well, they're going radical left. They're going really, you talk about the Democrat socialists. It's really communist. These people. I watched that woman last night. That's not a socialist. I know socialists. That woman is a communist. And what they don't say is that I was 16-0 last night. But mine were a little more boring, a little more mainstream. They were Republican conservatives. But we were 16-0. And if you look over the last 2.5 years, we're about 347 and just about That's pretty good. But nobody writes that. But he picked 3. They won. They beat a guy named Dan Goldman, who's, a loser. He was one of my prosecutors, one of my many prosecutors that they used on me. Dan Goldman, not a good prosecutor for
Like this one guy, loser. Anyway.
Fortunately. But he's now looking for a job. I was very surprised to see, because he's a pretty liberal guy. When they go more liberal than Dan Goldman, they're really into Never Land.
Does this tell you that the Democratic Party?
That's awesome. But yeah, that's, Trump talking about maybe having a master plan. He's been waiting for, the communists here. He's, been plotting and scheming for a long time. Oh, that's very interesting. We all agree. It seems pretty egregious that the communists are completely hijacking the Democratic Party. Next up for you, this could be a wacko Trump the dictator that, our side wants. Last minute master plan. Okay. So he says the U.S. Postmaster General has just told Congress that the post office will not deliver mail-in ballots in 2026 midterms to states who refuse to comply with President Trump's election integrity executive order. This order makes sure that mail-in recipients are citizens and are who they say they are, on top of making mail-in voting more secure. So that's pretty awesome, dude. So the actual head of the post office said he's gonna, uphold the Trump executive order that we gotta actually know who the heck people are when they vote mail-in voting. That is absolutely amazing.
Take some time, and I'll make the signature absolutely perfect. So it looks very good.
And it's just him signing it.
So far, so good.
He got a clip on it.
Okay. So that's a...
Yeah, he don't really got a quip on it, but that's pretty interesting. Postmaster General saying that he's going to back Trump's executive order. That's pretty awesome. Pretty sweet.
Nothing to add.
But that's all I got for you, man. Hopefully everyone has a happy 4th of July. You doing anything for 4th of July, Dano?
Yeah. Not that much. Maybe get a burger or something at parents or maybe your friends and just working.
There you go. Not going to blow your fingers off this year?
No, I don't got time or reason to do that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Oh,
good call.
Yeah, definitely don't have any fireworks to mess with myself. So, I've had my hands in some mitts once. Don't need to have them in some burned mitts a second time.
Yeah.
Not
10 out of 10, not recommended.
It's just not convenient, not efficient for your work life and any of that. Yeah.
10 out of 10, not recommended.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 would not recommend. Times I blew myself up. That was quite an interesting night.
Is that the title of your next book?
No.
Sounds like a good book. I'd read it.
Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't have a book going. Need to make a book of something. That's what everybody does. They just make books about whatever the heck it is they do.
So, the Nancy Drew books from back in the old days? They're like a girl detective kind of old school book kind of thing, right? So that IP just did the auto public domain this year. So you could literally take a Nancy Drew book from old days, run it through an AI and say, hey, write me a new book, and then just upload it to Amazon and people will buy it. because now the IP is like totally fair public domain. So you could just make up a new spin on Nancy Drew. Boom, done. Run it in the AI, export to PDF, tell it to generate a cover thing for it, a cover and a back, upload to Amazon, boom, book published, someone will buy it. Just do like 45 of those and probably be able to quit your job. Maybe 75. But do a bunch of those, and I bet you'd make a lot of money. And that seems pretty darn easy. Anything else in yeah, right. Anything else in the anybody in the chat got anything from last week that was interesting? Another summer slow news week, in my opinion.
Too hot. Everybody's hunkering indoors under the AC.
Yeah, I turned the AC just on for you, man.
Thanks. Appreciate it. I probably would have melted. I got preconditioned to no AC before this last job site.
Oh, okay.
It was 85 and I was doing mostly okay.
Well, I just wanted to be nice because I figured you worked a long outside kind of, day. So I just wanted to make sure I turned it on for you for the show.
What a sweetheart.
Oh, damn, the mic attacked him.
Yeah, I tried sitting up and my shoulder bopped it off right into my shin bone.
It's trying to get you.
It's a Monday.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, if ain't nobody got anything from last week, that's all I got for you. Anything from you, brother?
Nope. Nothing.
Well, that was a nice little short one, man. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I hope you all have a good week. And then we'll see you next Monday, and we can all talk about what we did for 4th of July, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All the shenanigans.
But that's all I got for you, man. We got the 2. We's got the 1. And then there might even be something like
All right.